Well, excited guys to see him firsthand. Julio Sanchez, Jusan,
What's up,
the
guys? This is
studio
Art
gallery.
Talk Live number 27. I'm your host, Efrain Lozada, and we have,
Cristiano da Costa.
but
You can't
most
get lighter than that.
importantly, we have a special guest in the house by the
And-
name of Julio Sanchez. Come on, Julio. What
Actually,
you
like
doing?
our neighbor.
Huh?
He's like
He,
literally
he
our
is.
neighbor.
He is the neighbor. He's actually a
There you
couple
go,
ways
guys.
down. This is the premiere of his art gallery. He's actually turned really nice. This is back to my first time in here. There's pieces all along the walls that are created by him personally. So it's dope to have another live artist here. I know we always talk about different artists, and this is actually a local artist. So this is the camera we'll be looking at right
All right, thank you. Thank you.
right there. So-
come on there.
this is special, right? This is a friend. This is someone that's local, and also a dope artist. So Julio Sanchez, how are you, Papi?
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming to my studio. This is my spot, my place where
That's beautiful.
I feel like I don't know how can I explain when I come over here and I stay painting.
Have you slept here yet or no?
Almost. My wife called me when she said, "Oh, it's like a 10, 11. Hey, are you okay?" Yeah, I am okay.
Listen, there's a whole couch in here. This is
Yeah,
a pretty big
I'm ready.
It's
studio.
like, with this phone, I'm able to do that.
Yeah, there you go.
You know?
This is a pretty big studio. Exciting. Tell us, how many years, Mr. Julio, have you been doing art? Because that's why you're so excited, man. I know there's been
Yeah.
years in the making to be able to put this together. How many years in total have you been actually an artist?
Okay.
Your whole life?
I've been an artist since I was under my mother belly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Creating art.
If I have memory, when I was a little kid, I was just with the knife. There is no table saved. I took every table, every chair with the knife. On the walls, I was drawing, I was painting.
Sculpting and doing all
Yeah,
kinds of crazy.
you born artist.
Yeah.
I think sometimes you discover that you are an artist after years when you are old. But in my case, I remember always I was drawing.
I mean, you came from an incredible place of art.
In Dominican Republic, yeah.
That was the next
Caribbean
question.
islands,
I want people to know because they're gonna hear the accent. People want to know where you're from.
Yeah,
You let
yeah.
them know where you're from.
Yeah, I was born in Puerto Rico, in Rio Piedras.
Oh.
My parents was living in Puerto Rico in the 60s and 70s. And when I was 3 years old, something like that, they moved back to Dominican Republic. And I
So
grew
you're
up.
half and half.
Yeah, I can
Okay,
say
okay.
that I am from the more beautiful island in the Caribbean, Puerto Rico and
And the
Dominican.
Dominican Republic.
And they are very similar.
You are.
Yeah, they're very similar. I'm proud of those two nations. Yeah.
You better be.
Yeah.
What you mean? If not, they're watching. They're gonna come after you, man.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
love those islands, and I have those islands in my heart.
So this is dope, man. Is this your first studio, or have you had one before?
Yeah, I
or-
had something before. Yeah, in downtown Orlando in Fable.
Oh yeah, it's way
yeah.
back when we'd have something over there going on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that was the play when we meet for the
Yeah, yeah.
first time.
Yeah.
Cristiano and myself, like I think.
So was it an actual facility, or were you doing stuff street art as Mr. Cristiano was doing back then?
No, we got like a little spot that was a hotel,
Mm.
and they
They're still going, probably
Yeah,
still
yeah.
going strong.
every week,
Yeah. That's very
every
cool.
month they have a show. So they have the rooms, like hotel rooms. They do like a studio for artists. I was there for like 6 or 8 months, but this place I've been here for 4 months.
Wow, all that time already. It's like us yesterday here. It's
But
like-
some,
time flies.
the studio, the place for art is very important. When you have a studio in your house, you have too many things that disturb the inspiration. Sometimes you are painting and your kid or your wife, your
I
pet.
get it, I get it.
I have a pet, una cotorra, como se dice, una cotorra. Oh my God.
I get it. I print shirts from home,
Yeah.
so I always say that my wife doesn't respect my time. Bang! I'm like, I'm trying to work. Like
I know.
my mind is so focused.
Yeah,
into what I'm
sometimes you
doing.
need it. I thank God I have a wife that she support me. She
That's
was
good.
over here
I see
picking
that better.
some piece to bring it to the downtown Orlando. I can't go today because I got
Yeah.
the interview. She
Well,
called
thank
me.
you for taking your time and be here with
No,
us.
no,
That's
man.
special.
Thank you
That's-
for you
wow.
coming over
Yeah.
here. Thank you for you coming over here.
I think it's kind of like Julio and I goes a long way back, and it's funny to see, like, I love to see bold adventures, right? Like the pandemic's going on, we all got hit somehow, in some shape or form.
Mhm.
But then, I like to congratulate you because it's like a bold, in the pandemic, obviously we're getting out of it,
Exactly.
but to get a studio. But you know what I tell people, like, if you don't take the first step, you're never gonna
You
know.
never-
You know what I mean? It's almost like when you got some level of responsibility of renting a studio, and then obviously you gotta make the payment every month, the lights, and
light, the
plus you have
insurance,
a
everything.
full-time job.
I would say, I mean, I see the arts are all kind of similar. What is the inspiration behind, and even some of the pieces that you see behind us? This is all completely done by Julio. What is the inspiration for these pieces?
I get inspiration from many different things. For example, in the back, if you see the sky, oh, it's beautiful. But if you can see, I represent the Taínos
Okay.
race over there. And my inspiration was the 1492 when Columbus arrived.
Okay.
So he's crying blood.
Yeah.
The race is crying blood over there.
Uh-huh.
Not just the Taino, it's what happened with them.
With the
At the same time, I'm working right now, like from the last year, in the environment art. It's trying to take things from the street, from the beach, and give you another opportunity. That's how it's over. If you can see the hole over there, somebody throw away as trash.
Yeah.
But I don't see a trash. This piece, give you a message, and I try to keep the race alive. Thanks the neighbor that throw away the dog.
Listen, so not only is he an artist, he's grabbing things that somebody sought out as trash,
Exactly.
and he's creating pieces on what was once trash. And you can't see it over there, but what I loved about that piece when I seen it, it was an old computer stand,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, Cristiano, bring that. That was an old
There's a
computer
monitor,
stand,
monitor
and
stand.
he turned it into an art piece. I think this is amazing.
It's function
When
too.
did
Ah, it's
you-
functional.
When did you come up with the idea, I'm going to take someone else's trash and make it an art piece?
Let me tell you, I think that I start doing that thing because all the artists have a broke situation sometimes.
Yeah.
You don't have money for buy any material, any canvas. Just drive the car. I start picking things. My wife said, "Are you crazy or what?" I start bringing chairs, doors, window, anything that I can see that I can paint over. I paint. Do you know? You can imagine how many pieces I saw, and there are trash. Sometimes I paint something
Or somebody
today.
thought it was trash. It's not trash. It's a masterpiece by Julio Sanchez.
That's why I say
okay,
that.
okay, cool.
Like that, I put my soul in every piece. Sometimes I started painting something and I post it. Before I finish, I had two guys. They want the same piece.
That's amazing, man. How does that make you feel to know that this is always, obviously, like you said, you were born with this talent. You were born being creative. How does it make you feel to know that you're able to take, as you say, somebody else's trash, turn it into a masterpiece, that's what it is, and then being able to sell it? How does that make you feel inside?
Let me tell you, I feel so good. At the same time, I feel good for the planet.
Mhm.
Because it's not only made the money. When I pick up something, I save something from the trash.
You're recycling.
I'm
It's not going to the
recycling.
landfill.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking the next generation,
Yeah, for
my
sure.
grandsons or my grandsons, because we don't think about the planet. Sorry,
I mean,
but we don't think about our house,
Yeah.
our home. So I feel very good when somebody take a piece. They say, "No, I want this for my home." They put it like a part of the family.
Yeah.
And recycling in general, it's like any form of recycling things that you do. It's like it's so important. You
It's
know,
very important.
it's like you go back nowadays, a Brazilian guy just making brooms out of plastic bottles. And he come up with a little device and he's
Mhm.
selling it so people can strip the bottle and make into brooms. But it's kind of like Julio has like the history of the street art and places that we've been. Literally, that we just packing the his truck, going to this brew this brewery show in the middle of like an industrial downtown, and somebody walks in and buy all Julio's pieces.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for Julio, and I'm like, "Where you at, man?" And I say, "Let's just go before he returned, the penny." So we hollow everything
Yeah.
from the fence, put in the truck, and just getting the hell out. But it's like crazy stories,
That was crazy. Sometimes you receive the. I say that
Sharing $1 coffee in Artagon when we
My
flat
brother.
broke. We sharing like, "Hey man, we got $1.
Yeah, yeah.
Go get a coffee." At least.
Sometimes the people see that you are like you have some success, and they think that it's easy. It's not easy, my man. Sometimes I remember like 12 years back when I moved to Orlando. So Frank, we got two kids. We got three, but in that moment we got two. And sometimes I don't have milk for the next day for my kids. And I went to downtown Orlando every night, Monday to Monday, okay, trying to sell in my art industry. And sometimes that was 3 o'clock a.m.
I was still hustling.
Trying
Yeah.
to make 20 bucks. Sometimes I do 20, sometimes I don't nothing. But sometimes I hit the team in 2000,
So-
15.
I remember
I
the
know the
story.
answer to this
Yeah.
question, but I want people that are watching
Yeah.
to know the answer. Were you doing this art because it's a passion, or are you chasing the money? Because I think people get confused. They do things for the money,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
in
yeah.
reality, what is the
It's
reason
my
behind it?
passion, man, bro. If I don't paint, I'm
Then I
dying. I'm dying. I am a dead man. And the paint, I got the talent since I was a kid, but I never put the attention like the serious.
Yeah.
In 2000, I have an accident. I broke my back. I have a surgery in my lumbar. A surgery, and I was 11 months and a half on bed.
Wow.
Okay. In that moment, I started taking the
Art series.
art like therapy. Thanks God to one doctor in Miami. He told me, "You are so young. You need to play guitar. You need to get out of that depression.
Yeah.
You need to play guitar. You need to sing. You need to paint." When he said paint, I feel something in my
That's
head.
it. That's it.
No, I like to paint. I know to paint. You know to paint, okay? I will bring something next week. A canvas and paint. And you paint something, bring it. And he sent the driver. He sent it to my house. He sent a canvas and some paint.
Wow.
And I
That's
paint.
a good story.
I remember. I paint a landscape, and that was beautiful landscape. Like, it was like a purple something. I remember.
Yeah.
It's one thing that I want to ask because I've seen some of your landscape stuff and they're actually very, very good.
Yeah, yeah.
Why I don't see a lot of those? Because it puzzles me. Because one time I saw him doing this beautiful landscape. I don't know if it's something in Republic of Dominican. And I say, "What are you doing? I didn't know paint that." But I was like, "What are you doing?"
Look,
And you don't paint that. You don't paint landscape.
when I paint landscape, it's the land from my grandfather is coming to my mind. When I was little kid, I grown up. I went to
So
the
this is a memory that you're.
yeah. When they come into my mind, if you see that I'm painting something landscape, my mind is there.
Yeah.
You know, and I can do it beautiful. Let me tell you.
That's what I'm saying.
good.
I'm
I'm
seeing
good
this thing. I'm like, did you do this? And it's beautiful.
It doesn't look like this.
No,
No, so
nothing. It's
different.
completely different. It's
So
almost
different.
like my Disney and my Oceanic. You look at
Oh.
both like,
So
what?
different.
I say, what are you doing? This is great.
But
I mean,
I feel
This is his niche.
this is my
it. Yeah,
this is like my line
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
But I can do the landscape, yeah. And sometimes
That's a secret no one knows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So
funny. It's like it's so much struggle because when we went to Octagon, we literally got from Favo, which is called Favo, and try to pursue more like a commercialized 7 days a week. It was three artists in there, and man, we were struggling. The concept was beautiful,
Beautiful
but
concepts.
I talk like we were struggling to the point that we spent like a dollar on a coffee in McDonald's across the street. We remember that I said, "Bro, I'm falling asleep here. Get a dollar." You know what I mean?
so I guess my question is, we speak about really where the past and where it's come from. But I was reading your biography, and there's a lot of awards that come with this as well, right? Listen, I did my research on you, man. I knew we're coming. So these awards, I want you to those people that are watching, I want you to talk about, because there's a lot of downs, and you told me about the struggle, you told me about all these different things. But what are some of the ups that art has really provided you? In a sense of just life, awards or opportunities. Because I think that's amazing when that your whole life you've had a passion, and people say don't chase the money, chase the passion. But in chasing the passion, there's so many beautiful opportunities. You see Cristiano doing the Disney. It wasn't that he was chasing Disney; he was chasing his passion, and Disney came along. What are some of the opportunities that came for you?
Listen, the art, you need to take on passion.
Yep.
But you need to think too in the blessing. You need to live good, and you need to give a good life to your kids.
Yep.
You pain with the passion, but you need to bring and you need to work hard for the money too.
Yep.
Because the money is not everything, but it's very
The
similar.
money comes. The money comes after you're chasing that passion.
But you need to put all your soul in the talent that God gave you. This is talent that you have. It's not yours. It's God that put in you,
Yes, sir.
in
Yes,
your head and your hands.
It's your
There was a
purpose.
phrase that stuck to me. Probably said this like 5 years ago, right? We were talking about, obviously, my art was like a heavier, hard to set up, just because there was a lot of fabrication. It was kind of hard. I think being a street artist, it's almost like it was kind of frustrated to do the setup, put everything together, and sometimes you don't sell one single thing, right? Sometimes you sell $3,000 or $4,000, which is not. It's not
But
common in the
I
street.
think it's part of the
Yeah,
career.
yeah, yeah.
All those big master and the big name in the art, they need to pass for that process.
Yeah.
It's
And that's
part
why
of
when
the-
you said to me, it was stuck to my mind. It's like, and I said, man, why are we doing this? I literally said, why are we doing this? Because really, it said the artist is made on the street. And that stuck to my mind because, you know what? That's exactly right. Because when you go to France, when you go to every other country, it's like everything, every art, poetry, music, painting, sculpture, dancing, they were born on the street. Then they make it into whatever venue, they might suit, the art.
And you need to believe in the talent, how I told you before. When I come over here to Orlando, I met with somebody that was a person that represent artists. Somebody told me, "No, you need to know this guy." Okay, we signed a contract for 1 year. Okay, in that year he didn't send one piece, nothing. Okay, but by my side, I saw like a 46. I write all my things like a 46 piece. When the year passed, he told me, "No, I want to tell you something." I called him, "Hey, tomorrow is the last day for the contract. I need to that you give me all the thing that you have, my catalog, everything." And he told me, "You need to move from Orlando because you are. It's not good in Orlando. You need to go to the Paso, Texas."
Good Lord, good Lord.
Oh my God! Thank you.
If you're watching, he didn't go to El Paso, Texas. He's still here.
I say
We're not in Texas right now.
we love Texas. We love the United States.
Yeah.
But the point is, I told to the guy, remember my name, Julio Sanchez, your son, forever. Remember that name, and I prove you that my art is good. In 2 different times in galleries, I got my art, and he is talking to me Julio, I'm sorry that I say that to you twice. Somebody come, oh my God, who made that thing?
While you're talking to him.
No, it's, I paint. I love it. I want. How much is 1,000? I want it in front of the guy that he said twice. So it's if you have a talent, just trust and work hard. Work hard. Believe it.
Believe in yourself.
Believe in
In
yourself.
yourself.
If you don't believe in
It's
yourself,
almost like we don't really have a choice, right?
No, no,
It's
no,
almost
no.
just we can't divorce your art. You know
No,
what I
no.
mean? We're stuck with what
listen.
we do.
Sometimes you feel, oh, I don't want to paint for a period, and it's something. You are sleeping at 3 a.m. and you wake up, and the brush and the paint call you, the canvas, come on, and you need to start painting at that time. It's something that is not normal, you know.
I don't know. I always ask him.
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
time I see him, he has this crazy idea, and I'm like, "Where do you come up with these? Do you even sleep?" And he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"I do. It just comes to
It's
me."
like, yeah.
So listen, sometimes I wake up and with my underwear I start painting. Blah, 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 I paint. Oh, shit.
But I don't really
Like a
want to
baby.
see you painting on your underwear. I truly don't want to see you painting on your underwear.
So many of those.
I painted it in underwear.
But it's cool to see that. Like obviously you were doing a lot more business, a lot more art in Orlando, even before I started breaking grounds, because I was doing a lot of theme parks. I was more like behind the scenes when I start like favor doing all the art shows, which we start bumping against each other. And but it's important people to see that. I mean, you're in a prestige gallery inside the Universal Studio,
Oh, yeah.
right beside Harry Potter.
Yeah,
That's
I have.
Turu
Wait.
Tango. You've been there forever.
Yeah, I've been
live
in
painting.
tango for 10 years painting. Wow.
Yeah.
11 this year, and I have painting that's all over there around the world, in Japan, Europe, everywhere. There's some of my painting friends.
It's good for people to know
know.
that not necessarily you have to be in a gallery
Yeah.
to kind of spread your art. Sometimes
You need to work hard, try
Exactly.
to put your art in the scene.
What would you say has been your biggest? I mean, this is a huge accomplishment. I don't know if this is the biggest, but what would you say has been the biggest accomplishment for you as an artist?
Wow.
That's a tough question. Sorry to put you on the spot, but
Like
you tell me.
is it being in Universal Studios?
No,
That's huge, or is it being across the country?
no, listen, I've been out of the country, like when you show in your country, like in Dominican Republic. I was over there like 4 years ago.
I think I remember the
They
show.
made a special show, the mayor, in tribute of the more popular artists in Dominican Republic.
Wow.
And look how I feel.
It's just
I
like
see, I
the
know.
whole entire
Yeah.
island.
Listen,
the whole entire
no,
No, but
island.
listen.
Listen.
You can't see it, but there's goosebumps
Yeah,
on
yeah.
this guy's
It's still
arm. He's talking
emotional.
about
It's just
Listen.
like
his
emotional.
hair just sticking up and this must be real special.
I
Talk
know
to me about
because
it, man.
sometimes you know that you have a talent, but
Yeah.
when somebody give you the opportunity, and sometimes you say, "Oh my God." I remember I went to Dominican Republic, and I brought the piece that I need to show in that place.
Mhm.
I went to the place. I bring the pieces like 2 days before, and I go after to see the setup and everything.
Yeah.
And they told me, no, it's open. The room is open. You can go. When I went over there and started looking, nothing. I don't see my paint.
Ah.
And I was alone in the room. Okay. And I feel that somebody called me. Okay, like a voice, like a soft voice, and far away, like a Julio. And I looked back, and that was a big piece of the Master Ramon Oviedo. Okay,
Which I assume is a great artist from the island.
The biggest art in Dominican, he died. He died like 2 years ago. When I saw the piece, oh my God. And that was a face of the artist. He painted himself. I was, oh my God. But I was concentrating the piece. When I see it, I was next to him.
Wow.
My piece was next to you. Oh my,
That is awesome. Yeah.
yo, oh my God. You know, it's so good.
Did you get to meet him at the show? Or?
No, he was died, really died.
Oh, he
Yeah,
had
he
that.
died. But he
Okay.
was born in my town too, in the town that I was from now. Um, another thing was I have a friend that they bought a lot of pieces from me from Miami. The first person that started collecting my art, they collect my art, and he sent me a picture one day. You know that guy? Yeah, that's a Picasso. Okay, I want to send you another one. You see the other guy and the next. Yo, shit, one of my paintings, he have a collection. You are next to Picasso. Yo, shit. There's something that you never imagine, but you need to believe.
So I understand
You
that
don't
the
believe.
islands, they're very passionate. Every time I travel to those islands, I want to go to Jamaica, Bahamas. I mean, you name it, they're passionate, right? They're passionate about the food, they're passionate about the culture, passionate about the music, which somehow in the United States, I don't see a lot of that. I don't see.
It's the culture.
It's
They are
like the
different.
culture. It's
They're
almost like they proud. When we went to Sobo Gallery, it was like a bunch of Hispanic artists. Actually people that knew you there. Were mentioning it. They were passionate about it. To me, it's just like this is like your baby. I kind of say in a way that there was times in my life that I lost a lot of juice, but I was just producing it. And now that I'm back into to pulling my own art, my own creations, my
It's
own
that,
thing. It gives the juice back. But along the way, you lose the juice, right? I don't know what it is. Gotta be a mojo or something, but it's like, but one way with the Sobo, you're talking to this. I mean, they explaining every single thing about everything and the oils and things. Sometimes when you look, it's like a small piece, small oil piece, but it's like they're passionate about what they do, and I think that transmitting this through the art automatically rub the passion to the viewers and the spectators, the collectors that see art, which I think is cool. And you're bold because your colors are bold. I don't see anything that you print black and white.
Oh, no,
You know what I
it
mean?
It
Everything.
stands out. You walk in the room.
I think I have only
that's it,
one black and white in there my house, and that was, you know what? I have a kidney stone paint, and I was painting. I was almost going to the hospital, and I was painting, and that paint is like a gray, black and white. I saw the other day. Why are you painting that thing? And I said, "Oh my God, that was
And
the
it's the
day that was
red.
my paint." Because you
Yeah,
express.
we have something special.
Oh yeah.
Because this one's kind of cool. He just pulled this out of the grave.
Yeah.
But this is like,
Before you
I'll
show
let you
that,
tell
hold on,
about.
before you show that, there's a powerful message. If people are watching and didn't get, someone told him, you need to move to Texas. Your art is no good here.
Yeah.
But
Right?
you probably make money in Texas as well.
Yeah, you might.
Maybe,
But he continued to chase and believe in himself that he was considered one of the best artists in the Dominican Republic while still being here in Orlando, correct? He didn't have to move anywhere.
No, I
so
didn't.
the whole thing is to always believe in yourself and don't let the doubters detour you from your passion for what you believe in.
Yeah, yeah.
Because at that moment, you could have just said, you know what, this may not be for me.
Exactly.
But you said, oh, no. It fueled you. It says, I want to do this even more to prove him wrong.
Let me tell you, I received bullying from my brothers.
Ah,
My big brothers, when I was painting in Miami, like that was 1995, 1994,
Wow.
something. Painting, boom, boom. They started bullying about my art. Why you painting that woman? She's crying. She's oh my God. Blah, blah, blah. Don't worry. That woman someday will be very famous. Sometime you will buy my art. You want to buy my art? Don't worry about it. Let me tell you.
People
They bought
listen.
my art. They have
People will
their
laugh
houses.
at your dreams because it's
No.
not their dreams. So continue
You-
to always chase your dreams.
No.
If you watching on Instagram, always chase your dreams and allow no one to tell you any different. This is why he living
Yeah.
testimony right here, man.
Yeah.
This dude award after award, gallery.
Let me
and-
tell you, you need to believe, and no matter what, you knock the door and they don't open. Don't worry. The next
the
one
next
will be big one.
Yeah. The guy closed the door in your face pretty
I
much.
lock my
man.
door all
Oh
the
my
time.
God.
But go ahead, tell us about this piece
Well,
right here.
here's the thing. We're probably just almost running out of time in a little bit, but I don't want to miss the opportunity just to show this piece.
Go ahead,
You
show
know
it.
what I mean? Because you pull that out of there.
Got like
Yeah,
five more
There's a
minutes.
short, and I got a couple of his original that I snatched. Said, this one's mine. I just walk away from it. He's
This
like,
guy had one of my best Quijote Miss Media.
Yeah,
I don't
right
know where
there.
you put it.
sit right there.
It's not.
A lot of
That's my
Disney stuff. A lot of
office.
Disney.
Be careful if lost.
No, it won't be, trust you won't be lost. I got insurance in the place. I got security. I got guns. I got everything, and I'm
Okay.
planning to buy it now.
It's
But-
beautiful.
Go
I
ahead,
want
talk
you
about
to
this
show
piece
to
right
talk about this piece before we wrap it up. First, take for the opportunity to have us in your studio. I think this might be
Yes.
great. We're planning a great opening, so we
Yeah,
can
yeah,
have
we're
people
planning.
here.
Yeah.
So just kind of like planning a couple things ahead. But you'll be seeing more of this when we have a grand opening. If we're going to throw a party here, we're going to cover that, and I think it's important. But I'll let you talk about this piece.
Okay, this piece is just a cardboard, no?
Yeah, I can tell. Yeah,
It's beautiful, no?
Yeah.
But this piece,
the typical Julio cardboard.
you see, this was the first paint that I painted in this gallery.
Wow.
When I received the kit from
Yeah.
the owner, I said, no, I need to paint today. I don't have nothing, camera, nothing. I just take this, and I paint this guy over here. It's like an alien guy,
It's
and the
almost like-
Taínos the same time. If you see the Taínos symbols, I try to keep them alive.
It's almost like that he's a Dominican Basquiat.
That's it.
I hope that one of my pieces get priced like a Basquiat someday. I don't know.
There's
Yeah.
no excuses. Art can be done on anything. This is cardboard. There's a door. There's like all type. What is it? This is metal.
That's a matter. That's
Yeah.
a part of.
Oh,
The
my
funny thing
gosh.
was, he walks into my studio and he's all dressed up, right? Smelling good, dressed up. Brother. Mira, necesito pintura. I need paint. I said, what do you mean? I'm going to Tutongo right now. I left my paint at home.
Yeah.
So he goes to my stash and start picking up a bunch of stuff through and goes, goodbye.
You see this? This is a mirror. This is a roof. Part
Wow.
of the roof. That's the mirror for the roof. Why paint this one?
Listen, he paints on anything. Anything that he can find when he's inspired, he's painting on it.
You paint your dog for $5.
We paint anything, brother.
Well, Julio, before we wrap up, man, first of all, thank you. Thank you for allowing us to be the first in your gallery, other than your wife, but we're one of the first ones in here.
Yeah.
I feel special today. But what can you tell people that are watching that do want to be an artist and don't know how to get there, what to do, or discouraged? What are some of the things you can tell them to kind of
The first
motivate
thing, how we told you before, you need to believe in yourself. If you would think that you have a talent, you need to put all your soul in that. You will find many people like they can broke your mind. Like that's a trash.
Yeah, it's like a
that's
polluting your
shit.
mind, yeah.
No, blah, blah. If you believe in the talent that God give you, no matter what. If you want to paint an apple, on that apple you want to put any color. Put any color. Why you need to paint red?
But if you paint an apple green, it would be an apple green. But if you paint yellow, would it not be a pear? Apple
Man,
pear.
No,
is it-
that's yellow. That's
Apple
that's
pear.
yellow.
There are
pear.
some apple
Yellow.
but no.
He's from Brazil. They don't know.
For example, if you want to
Guys,
paint,
you're confusing me there.
for example, if you see in the back the red, that's painting is sold in Miami. I need to bring it.
That
It's
one's
a
red.
Vernola. But why you see different there? They have an arm.
Yep.
And they have a flower in the. No?
Yep.
It's like in peace. Don't shoot me. It's like
Don't shoot me.
yeah.
That's like, I love
Don't kill
Don't
me.
shoot me.
Don't kill me. It's like a thing in the nature. If you want to put something different, that's your imagination. That's your inspiration.
You're creative.
When you find somebody say, "I want that thing," I don't care if I don't understand or but that talk to me.
It's funny. It's
You know?
funny how art talks. Sometimes I make pieces that are like, man, I would not even buy this. I'm like, what was I thinking? I put the piece on the wall.
You know,
Oh,
it
we love
inspires
it.
somebody. Somebody wants it. So it may not be for everybody. Like you said, when you were doing art, it wasn't for your brothers. Obviously, they didn't like it. Your family didn't like it. But you created something that they bought, right?
Yeah, and they're
Yeah.
proud. They're proud
go.
of me. Oh my God, this is my brother. This is my artist. You know.
It's funny, like back in Brazil, people say like, do anything else but art, just for the fact that it's very hard. You know what I mean? It's like people like, do anything by art. You can do anything in the world. And now the same people go like this. Oh my gosh, you became such a great artist. We're so
Yes.
proud you came from here. I'm like,
I always hear that people don't celebrate you until they see that you become famous.
Exactly.
yeah,
That's why you don't. When you start anything, you don't push it toward your family because your family already think you're crazy anyway. Like, what?
I think it's a process. It's a process.
It's
Just
a
do
process.
it, and then
It's very
You know?
difficult. Somebody said, "I want to be artist," and tomorrow is a famous. It's no. You need to walk the long path. You know.
I never give up. Well,
Yeah, never give up.
Mr. Julio, it's been an honor for you to have us in our studio. We thank you.
Thank
This
you,
has been
thank you.
Art Talk Live. Don't forget, guys, if you're watching us on YouTube, you enjoy the content.
Subscribe.
Subscribe because you
Yeah,
want to see
you
more
can
artists on
find
the
me
show.
in YouTube and Julsan Art.
There you go. Where else can they find you?
Instagram Julsan Art. My website www.julsan.net. It's JULSAN.
Is that where you're going to update for the live show, or is the live show just selected people?
Everyone can go
he's
there.
everywhere, man.
So, guys, make sure you guys check him out on Instagram, on his website, Facebook too.
Facebook.
Facebook,
Julio
everywhere.
Sanchez, Julsan Art.
We're everywhere. This kid is everywhere. Sometimes I'm like 3 o'clock. He's like live. He's like, what is he doing? He's just like
Painting, man.
what is he doing? It's
What
3
is
in
he
the morning.
doing?
It's like, and I'm like, I'm gonna watch it. I'm just gonna watch it. He's like,
That's why he does it. Yeah, you know
then
what?
he goes like this. I do not own the rights to this music.
Exactly. The
I was
music. Be sometimes you painting the music, and you do on Facebook they take out.
Yeah, I got you.
To all my people in Miami, I will be next Sunday in Miami in Wynwood.
Sunday, Miami, guys. Wynwood.
In
Let's
Wynwood.
do your place. All right.
Yeah, and the car rooms show. I will be there from 2 to 10. If somebody is in Miami, check my Instagram. I already post the address.
Just push all the link and everything in there.
Everything.
Check you out.
Yeah,
It's funny though. I was in Key West doing the show, and there's a lot of people in Miami that came into Key West to see the art.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they travel. Miami is a completely different animal, man.
Miami,
Especially the Wynwood area.
Oh, the Wynwood
Yeah.
is so special. Now, right now, Miami is one
It's a
of the
mecca,
places,
yeah.
the mecca of the art in the world.
Yeah.
Well, guys,
So-
it's been a pleasure to have Mr. Julio here.
Thank you, my man.
We'll see you next week, Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Art
6:30
Talk Live. Don't miss it. And don't
Don't
forget to
wanna miss
subscribe.
that.
We'll see you next week.
Love you guys.
Peace and love
Peace
for
out.
everyone.